up, everyone? It's Tom Hayden here. We're here for the Week 4 recap show. We got Koji, and we got Jax on, and we got the special
What's up, guys?
guest,
Dr. Lupo,
Koji.
partnering with
Oh my
Horizon.
God.
Whenever you shop any of these...
I have to mute my computer because I don't know where the mute button is. So let me click my name because an ad started playing for Dr. Lupo. Let me mute Twitch. Now I can
It sounded so freaking good too, because it was kind of like, "What's up, guys? Doc here." Like, it was going right along.
Oh,
with
it was
you, too.
going
I
right
thought we had
along with what
another
I
guy.
said. So I had to mute
Yeah.
you guys. So my stream couldn't hear you guys because Dr. Lupo started playing. So I just muted myself on Twitch. That was fucking hysterical, actually. Like, I love when shit like that goes wrong in a hysterical way. So at least that made me laugh. But that I couldn't start the recording any better way. So for everyone that's just watching my stream and has no idea what happened, I have Koji and Jax on my computer over here, and a Dr. Lupo ad just started playing out of nowhere. Like, out of nowhere, Dr. Lupo popped up. And shout out Dr. Lupo. He's dope. He's dope. I used to watch those Fortnite streams. I used to love Fortnite. But I said, "What's up, everyone?" And then it said Doc here. It just went hysterically along with it. So now let's really start. Oh my God, was there really another trade? But all right, copy and paste my Twitch. What was the trade? Read it live.
I don't know if it didn't post yet though.
Oh God, so I'm glad I haven't prepped yet. Because I'm playing Pops in less than 48 hours, so my trade for Ice Horse is legal against him. So that's just a little preview. We have 12 trades that have been happening since 2 p.m. on Tuesday. No, on 2 p.m. yesterday. 12 fucking trades. That's insane. All right, I got to put something in the curse jar.
Obviously, definitely the most. It's like a breakout deal. It was crazy. It was pandemonium last night when bananas started going.
What if I did this?
I got 4 messages in 10 minutes from Bananas.
Yo, Bananas messaged me too. I woke up to a message from Bananas. Yo, he's a man though. Bananas is such a smart competitor for such a young kid. He's like, okay, I know I want to make some trades. Let me see who's willing to work with me, what I can do, what I could get, and what's out there for me to get. But
me, he was like, trade me a Alolan Persian. I was like, no. He was like, fine, trade me Dramp. I was like, no. I love
it. Kid's funny too. All right, so I'm gonna have the draft pick trades on my computer up. We got 3 viewers right now.
It up too, in case anything pops off while we're doing this.
Thank you all 3 of you guys here, and without further ado, let's start. First match of the week. We got Behaney versus Proto. This was a really fun one. And Behaney wins 2-1. And you know what? I told in the pre-show, I lied to Jackson Koji right now because I'm calling an audible. Koji, I want you to talk about this one first because Proto's your guy in real life. So talk about, did you watch this one? Tell us about this one, and then Jax take it over when Koji's done. And I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say.
Tom tossing me an audible the first play of the game.
Oh, yeah.
I like it, dude. You got a lot of faith.
I got faith in both of you.
Like Tom Brady. Tom Brady would do that sort of thing. You know?
And I'm good. See, I'm ready. I was ready for it. So Proto. So what's interesting is he tossed it to me. I actually stepped back on this match and wouldn't help either one of them in prep. I feel like they're both really, really good battlers, but I help them both prep each week, and I want to know. Not that I could have given either one of them any leniency one way or the other as far as help, but I think they both had for what they practiced and played and stuff. They played amazing. One awkward play by Proto, which we talked about. He knows about the max guard. It was unfortunate. I think he could have won. But yeah, he played good. I think he has the hardest schedule in the league.
Oh, really?
If you guys want to look over that schedule and confirm it, so far it's a little bit early still, but so it's unfortunate to see him fall down, especially after his first win. Because I think if he wins there, he puts himself in a very good spot considering his schedule. So he's gonna have to play smart. But it was a very fun set to watch. Sylveon was doing pretty good work, and Gudra was thick.
Yeah, Gudra put in work.
It was a fun game. It was a fun game to watch for sure. And he brought some interesting stuff. I was actually impressed how he used Maractus, considering or not Maractus, the Serena with the week before that when we were prepping with it and knowing he doesn't like it that much, but now he loves it. So it's kind of cool to see him evolve. And I think it's just a familiarity thing where he never used it before, and now he likes it. So that's pretty cool.
That's so awesome to see.
Behani's just Behani. I mean, week in and week out, you're gonna have to prep for that dude, no matter what. So, there was nothing shy of what I expected. His adaptation is kind of unreal. So, that's. I mean, him winning, I probably would have predicted him to win, but it was a lot closer. Proto impressed me. I'll say that he impressed the shit out of me this week.
You love
So
to see it. You love to see it as a real life best friend. And now, Jax, what do you got on this one, boss?
Yeah, I have to echo that definitely. Proto definitely impressed me with the way that he played this.
Let
Like
me get.
like Koji said, the way that I think Bahani once again he got
All right, there we go.
given an out when he could have been beat. That guard was unfortunate. Um, a play in the moment that happened. Um, but you give him the out and he's gonna take it, and the ways that he just adjusts from game to game
that's so
inside of
much
every
push.
match is huge. And I think that's his biggest quality when he's playing, and that's why he's done so well in seasons prior. I mean, Gudra absolutely went hamburger no cheese in this and blew up the game kind of, and it's so
Yeah,
like especially thick too. The
it's
the way that Proto had the Sylveon doing work to it is actually even surprising to me because I'm like it's a wall, and obviously if it wasn't a wall it probably would have went down
yeah.
even easier, but um yeah, I think the story of that was the guard, the sus guard from the Sylveon, and then Bahani making the right adjustments and coming back and winning that, being able to eke it out 2-1 and make himself definitely one of the very top from that division.
And dude, I just looked up code at Proto Schedule Koji after you said that too, because
Yeah,
Jax, you're talking about how great like you guys both gave Behaney the credit that's where credit is due, but now Proto has to come out and battle Bananas, Pops, KD, Andrew, and Alpaca, who were all very good coaches. Like all of them,
yeah.
I don't care what their record is. I've seen what they could do in the past 2 seasons I've been in this league. This is my third season. I've seen what all these guys could do for at least one, if not 2 seasons now, and that's
If you
terrifying.
if you
That's
look at his overall schedule, this is gonna say something too. Like I'm probably his easiest game of the
and
of
you're three
of
and
the
one,
of the like coming from last season. I would say like right because that's his week one.
right?
I would be the easiest schedule on his game. I feel like if you look at it, which is pretty nuts. He has a very very tough uphill sled.
Yeah, KD, you played Proto week 7,
Saying that too, I feel like with the caliber of team that everybody's um drafted, and now even with these trades, if everybody's like even
the
you
trades,
yourself, you've improved your team
the trades.
and everything. Like I think we all have,
It's nuts.
you know. I feel like a lot of us are having really, really tough schedules. I mean,
We kick each other's
like you said,
ass.
you look ahead at his schedule and it's Nanners,
Pops,
Pops,
KD,
KD,
Andrew.
and Alpaca.
Yeah,
You're talking about all teams that were top, I think top 8 in the PR, the preseason PRs. So yeah, but I think he's getting,
sorry,
like
Proto.
Koji said, he's getting more comfortable with his team,
Yeah.
and he's getting more comfortable with playing with teams that or against teams with the Pokemon that he has now that he's really working with them, like the Serena with the ability to stop prio with stuff like that. You could do a lot. There's a lot of versatility that you can work both ways with.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see what he does against all these good coaches, too. These are going to be great battles. And shout out to Proto. Shout out to B. Haney for getting the win. And guys, without further ado, let's get into the next game. Oh, I went I went one too far. So we're going to Angelo versus KD. KD was able to get the 2-1, 2-0 victory. And yeah, I stopped in for a little bit of this one. It was impressive by KD. I watched Angelo's stream on this one. And yeah, it was just very impressive by KD. I can't say enough good things about this dude. And Jax, why don't you tell us a little bit about this match?
Yeah, KD proving that he's still the best Meowstick player in the draft league. You know, a lot of games kind of this week they really went heavy to one side. I was kind of surprised watching
Yes.
them all.
A lot of 2-0s. A lot
But
of
like in
2-0s.
this one, KD Cinderace just went in. It did a lot of work. I was pretty excited to see KD bring the Chinchino.
Yeah, he's saying in the
I
chat
was
that
pretty
Chinchino is
stoked
the
about that.
MVP.
Yeah, that the Chinchino. I've got Chinchino on my team, so I know what it does. I'm with you on that. You know,
Yeah, I didn't realize you have
they're
Chinchino
pretty
too. Is it a
they're
sugar
pretty
glider or a
real.
chinchilla?
Yeah,
Is it a sugar glider or a chinchino? Chinchilla.
it's a combination of both. It's a chinchilla sugar glider.
Let's let's go.
What it is.
Let's go.
But I think Angelo made some trades. He kind of like Koji last season made trades early, and he ended up with a team that he didn't exactly, I would say, like at the end. To be, if I would be a little generous with saying that. Um, and I feel like Angelo kind of followed suit with that this season. I think he made some trades, and I'm not sure if he really needs to make those trades. But he got the Sandcore, the T-Tar, and Excadrill, which I feel, and I know Pops does too if he's out there. Um, that's rough in a draft setting when you have a whole week to prep for it. That is a hard core to work with,
That
you
you know
know,
what's coming.
and
Damn fucking right
have,
on that one.
to have T-Tar and Excadrill, which share so many weaknesses. It's really bad because somebody can prep for almost a whole quarter of your team fairly easily.
Yeah. And Koji, did you watch this one live?
Yeah, I watched it.
Let's go.
He didn't prep for, with all due respect, he didn't prep very well. He said it in the stream for the Cinderace, which was
Yeah,
allowed us
that
to
is
play for free. And he got in his head. Game one, he lost on turn one because he was worried about the fake out. He said he's probably not going to fake out my, what was it, the little round rat. And he said, not disrespectful. I just
No,
can't
you can't
think of the name
remember.
of it.
It
But
happens to me
yeah,
all the time.
well,
Yeah.
people can think certain things, but anyway, I'm not. He didn't. He was worried about the fake out, and you could see him like. I guess I've been in that situation. He was concerned with the lead, um, and the Cinderace. He was more expecting the horse. He had the wisp and stuff. But Dragapult's a ghost. It can't be faked out. So when he tossed the steel ball mouse thing, turn one for a fake out and a pyro ball, and that pretty much set the tone for game one.
Yeah.
When you kind of
yeah
know the fake out
Togedemaru.
has to come into Togedemaru. There it is, Togedemaru. Thank you.
Oh, I was.
You kind of know the fake out has to come into that slot because you're leading with a ghost support mon in that situation with screens and wisp. So when I watched that, and I've heard he's a pretty good battler, and I watched some of his that Series 10 or whatever it was tournament he was in, and he played pretty good. So I think highly of him, but I think he has the Koji syndrome is what I'll call it. The like you said, the trades and the draft league is a whole different. Like you can't
It's a whole
can't
different
just beat
animal.
your chest on the ladder and then come in draft league and you'll think you'll do well, but I think everybody needs one season to adjust
Yeah.
for sure.
And dude, shout out to Angelo. He's on the Ireland Pokemon World Cup team, and they just played Vietnam, and Angelo won his battle handily, and it was so much
Yeah,
fun to
that's awesome.
watch. And it was so
Yeah,
shout out Angelo.
he plays the standard formats, laddering and stuff like that. Current BGCs, he plays those very well.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
shout out
I watched
Angelo.
I watched games a few times. So
Let's go. So see the level of competition in this league is great because we like KD. What's it called? He's in the high roller the second season. He's 1-3, but he's played well. He could have won a couple of games. He's not. He's like in this league. He's what? Oh no, he's 0-4 in the high roller. And what is he in this league? 3-1. It's just like he's such a good player and competitor that like the records don't matter in my mind as much. It's just like sometimes you don't got the matchups. Draft League's a different animal, and we've seen what these guys could do. We know they're good players. It's just if they put it together in the right matchup in the right week to get the win. And it's so exciting to see, man. Like all these competitors are so freaking good. Wait, what's the chat saying now? I can't believe we have a World Cup
He said,
contender in
"Damn,
our
the
league.
04 shout out. Hate to see it."
What happened? Oh yeah, there's
he,
a bunch
he
of.
said the 04 shout out for the other draft league.
Well, I didn't mean to do that. I
Yeah.
was just rambling.
No, no, no. Yeah, we
I
know. We know. I'm in the same boat.
you
I make
know
jokes all the time. I think I made a bad joke today. It's okay as long as we know that it's a joke.
no, I
So,
wasn't making a joke. I was actually like,
or you know what I mean? Like I know
yeah,
your intentions with that. You have
yeah.
you're yeah, yeah.
You know the Michael Scott quote where sometimes you start a sentence and you don't know where you're going. That's how I feel a lot of the time when I'm talking on a stream. I just don't know
That's
where I'm going.
almost every one of my sentences ever.
Yeah. So I just kind of start talking. And I don't know where it's going. What do you got to say, Jax? Sorry.
Nope, I was just laughing.
Okay, but they're both so good, man. I'm 1-3 in the high roller, and like, so I know it's a level of competition's tough, man. All those guys are good. All those guys are good. I'm playing Wheeze and then Weeble Wobs on Thursday and Monday. But let's get into the next match. I gotta ask Katie when his next match is and if it's being streamed by the other opponent because we all should go support Katie in that guy's chat. But Anti versus LB. Anti was able to get the 2-0 victory, and we've had a lot of 2-0 victories this week. And you know what, Jax? What do you watch this one? Was this one streamed on Lunchbox's end?
Yeah, it was streamed on Lunchbox's end, but it was really, I mean, this one kind of disappointed me
Yeah,
because Lunchbox had, I guess, a lot going around the house again
yeah,
this week,
yeah.
and he kind of mailed it in. You could tell
Happens.
he wasn't into it. He kept saying he just wants to lose and get it over with because he's got stuff going on,
Yeah,
which is rough. I mean, it's almost not competitive at that point. Not to say that he wasn't, wasn't trying, but I don't feel like he was committing himself mentally to every move because he was just trying to rush through it and get it over with, win or lose. But that being said, Anti has a sneaky good team, and he
very
made
good.
all those ridiculously quick trades at the beginning of the season,
Yep,
and we all were making fun of him
I
because
was not.
it was very easy to make fun of him. And now he's making fun of all of us with making like 15 trades in
Since 2
10
p.m.
minutes.
yesterday. Since 2 p.m.
Still has
yesterday.
2 days, but
12
um,
trades.
yeah. So um, but it was, I mean, it was just kind of a whitewash. There wasn't really much that is to say about it, unfortunately. So
Oh, damn. And Koji, before we move on, I do want to kick it to you. You got anything on this one or want to move on to the next one?
I didn't get to watch it, but I like Anti, and LB has the 6 Slowbro and Unite, so there's my 2 cents.
I love LB's Unite streams. I want to
yeah,
play
we
with
should
him. The
unite.
timing hasn't worked out perfect yet.
Hopefully, I know home problems. Like I had work issues last year,
Yeah, I
with
was
overtime and
traveling a
shit.
lot.
So man, hopefully his home life calms down because that is unsettling. But
Yeah,
you know,
we're all
I'll
rooting
play
for
him
you,
next
LB.
week. So if the wife is not feeling up to it, man, you go ahead and take care of her, and we'll move on to the week after that. Where you could get back on the win train after you play Koji. I'll be all right if you if you take care of your wife, man. Priorities for first. No, I'm just playing.
And
I'm just
dude,
playing. I
don't
wish the best
worry
of luck for you
about
this week,
what's
man.
it called. We could always reschedule matches too. Let's say, hey, I really can't play.
Tom. I gotta play him this week. No, I'm just playing
Okay,
again. Seriously, Lunchbox. I hope everything gets better, man.
yeah. All right, well let's move on to the next one. We got Yama versus Alpaca. Both these dudes stream. Alpaca was able to get the 2-0 victory against one of the better competitors in this league, Yama. He is so good, man. Alpaca's so freaking good. I like Alpaca beat me in the playoffs in the first season I ever played in, so I always have like Alpaca's so freaking good, man. He knocked me out of the playoffs. I'm great. So it's like I always look at Alpaca like, oh my god, he's so good. So Jax, what you got on this one?
This was, I mean, it was a pretty fun match to watch, even though once again, it was kind of a whitewash.
Yeah, it was,
It
yeah.
was kind of handled really, like thoroughly, really aggressively by Alpaca. Is that Charizard put in work?
Work.
And I think that's like a lot of like the past weeks. So it's like last week was a theme of like RNG, where a lot of people kind of got hit with RNG and that decided a lot of games, or there wasn't a lot of kills because there was a lot of chip the week before and stuff like that. This week was I mean, I don't know what happened to all of us prepping, but it seems like one Pokemon on one team just swept through the other team completely. And for this match, it was that Charizard, the residual damage that he was putting in, the combination of the Charizard with the Mamoswine on Alpaca's team was just a little bit too much for Yama. And I was kind of surprised that Yama didn't bring the Gigas Weezing that he actually traded away.
He got it out of here. He's like, get out of here, Gigs Wheezing.
But he didn't bring that into the fold as much in this battle, which I was kind of surprised about. I thought that was going to be with just the sheer bulk of the Gigas. I thought that would be a good thing to have there because once you see that Charizard, you got to plan for that residual damage. You got to plan for Pokemon trying to hold in there, or like it's going to happen like what happened, and it's just going to roll through that team.
And yo, before we move on to Koji's opinion, I just want to say that what's it called? This was the Alpaca's Charizard was Jax's vote for Pokemon of the Week, but I had already made the slide and was too lazy to change it, or I probably would have changed it. Being completely honest, Charizard probably would have won Pokemon of the Week if me and Jackson messaged like an hour earlier. And but Koji, what you got on this one?
Yeah, I was deathly ill most of the week. I didn't catch a good portion of
Yeah,
these games, but
I missed a lot of them too. I
I
just got
just
a new
played
job.
Alpaca, and I think I could comment on the prep thing is like I think this is the week. This is a month into the season, and this is the week you start to see like the interest die off. The draft isn't new. This is where it gets grindy. It's not fun anymore. Your team's not new. You know what I mean? Like
I love my team.
last week, I had a headache from my prep last week, and you know what I mean. It's just, I'm sure you all do. So this is where I'm not gonna say boys to men because I don't want anybody thinking like anything like that. But this is what separates the winners because it's kind of hard to
You got to grind
mentally
through it.
push through. Plus, you got a lot of real life stuff going on. And this is where it gets hard, where people want to gear up for playoffs and stuff, in my opinion. So this is where it gets. You might start seeing some of those one-sided games, I believe, because it's the grind and it sucks.
And we saw coaches last year go 3-1, not make the playoffs. We saw coaches go 0-4, almost make the playoffs. Silver went 0-3 and made the playoffs, I believe, too. So it's like, dude, anything is
Yeah, I'm
possible.
pretty sure I went 1-3 and made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, Jackson, you were one of the better competitors. Like, you were one of the higher seeds in the playoffs, I remember. You were like the 4 or 5, I think. You weren't like the last seed sneaking it in. It was like,
Yeah, no, I was the last seed. That's not good.
Yeah, no. Oh, you were?
Just made this up. Yeah.
Oh, I just made that up then. I thought you were like up there. So that's my bad.
I lost the last week, or I would have been.
Oh, that's what it was because I was doing the seeding for all the weeks prior too. I was like, oh my god, Jax is killing it after start, because I would try to shout out everyone that made a huge comeback.
I definitely can agree with Koji there, though.
Mm-hmm.
This is when it becomes a grind. I personally enjoy it. I get like it better as the season goes on
because you get to know your team a little better.
I really don't like the draft at the beginning.
Oh wait, Behaney's typing in the draft trade picks, guys. We got a live trade. Yep. Oh my god, because I got that pulled up. I'm tying my hair back for this one. What's he about to type? I would do a drum roll, but I'm scared to knock out the capture card. Or
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah. All right, he stopped typing. He's probably double checking. What's gonna happen next? My heart's racing. Oh, Pops is in the chat. My trade is becoming official. So Pops submitted a trade that we have not seen yet.
Y'all need to chill out with Pops and trading him shit. Goddamn.
Because I'm playing him in 48 hours. I'm playing him in 50 hours.
Yeah. How many upgrades are we gonna give this man?
I'm playing him in 50 hours. He's getting a Lecky right here. It has to be a Lecky. Oh my god, Behaney. The suspense is killing me.
Tom trades Razor Lecky for Glass.
Glass Horse. T4. Loves his T4. Low bunny for Type Null.
That was very anticlimactic.
Ah.
I don't know what that does. I don't know what that.
Type Null.
Eviolate type Null is probably like he probably calced it out to like survive everything. You just said laughing my ass off in the chat. I don't know what type Null does at all. I know Loppany's a fake out user, so I always like notice that. But all right. Let's move on to the next one, which happens to be Koji's match. So Koji, tell us about your match versus the boy Sack. I was on a phone call Tuesday night with the boy. Well, not a phone call. I was just texting him Tuesday night, trying to help him prep a little bit. I didn't get to follow up with him after that, but so I couldn't really talk to you this week. And you always help me prep so well for everything. So I got to start talking to you more because you're like
Yeah, I
such a
tried.
wealth of knowledge.
I had
But I
a
wanted to.
4-0 prep week last week, except for myself, and I think I could have beat Alpaca. He had a very good game, very good team, but my game plan worked, and I went away from it. Like,
So tell us about
the
it. Take
fuck
it
was
over.
I thinking?
Take it over.
Yeah, so versus the boy Sack, I would have bet my house, my car, my computer, especially prepping with you because I know how much you like Hat and Didi. I would have bet that would have came. I'd have lost everything. All right, and you guys know how I like to put certain things on the table and bet them. They'd have been gone.
God.
So I had some ways around Hat and Didi that didn't come, but the big point this week was I had three or four different game plans, and then I found a game plan. I stuck with it because last week I didn't. That was the main goal. Win or lose, I was going to stick with a game plan this week, and I did. It felt like it felt like a rope in a old school boxing match where I stood on the rope, he stood on the rope. He's like, "Here's my Max Quake," and I'm like, "Here's mine." You know, like just bow, bow, bow. Just it's what it felt like. It wasn't much. I mean, I switched in a little bit, but he was just kind of stood in there, and we just kind of brawled, and it felt like an old school boxing match.
I love it. Oh, I love it. And Jax, you got anything on this one?
I mean, I don't have too much on this one. It was pretty lightning
Straightforward.
fast.
Yeah,
You know,
it was.
had the I think Koji did, like you said, he stuck to his plan, and that's pretty much what you could see when you watched it. He did what he planned and wanted to do, and you gotta love a game when you prep during the week and what you prep for and your plan comes out, and you can just execute the plan straight off like the way that you had it in your mind. I know it feels good. When
Oh yeah.
stuff like that happens. Uh, But I don't know. I don't know if the Sack needs to make some adjustments or something, man. He's
No, you know
I
what?
felt like he had like an all right team, but he's struggling big time, and I don't know what he needs to do. He's got to
I know
figure out.
exactly what he needs to do. He needs someone, one of us, to be like, "Yo, what we doing this week?" And help like do the damage calcs with him and help. He's awesome, man. He's a great guy to talk to. I was texting him. If I had more time, I would sack. I just don't have the time right now. But if anyone has time to help prep, needs a prep partner, the boy Sack is awesome, man. I was picking his brain. He got some awesome ideas. But yeah, the damage calcs, because I feel like a lot of us do damage calcs now. So it's like once you go into that world, it's not the most fun for everyone. I love doing the like math and shit. Like, all right, this is, you know. So like, yeah. So someone who has time, let's get the boy Sack a win. This is our community. This is our draft league. I'm rooting for each and every one of you every week. So let's show him how awesome this community is, man. Because he's a cool guy. He really is. So let's move on to the next one. We got Arceus versus Tootie. Tutti Frutti was able to take the 2-1 lead over Arceus in the Go Goats. And Jax, what do you got on this one?
This one was probably, I would say, my favorite match to watch out
Oh
of the week.
shit.
I mean, it's this
Oh
the
shit.
Pop Song match, which was a roller coaster of emotions,
Yeah,
and
it was. Yeah,
these
that's the one.
were probably the three best matches to watch
Oh, thank
actually
you.
during the week this week. This one I think was definitely two really good competitors.
Yeah.
Um, Arceus had he had a way out, and in the game three, he had the opportunity to hit a protect and try to take out the Inteleon like a turn or two early, and he didn't end up doing that. He ended up opting to try to attack, and um,
Yeah.
his Pheromosa went down, and it kind of that
Change his
kind of
game.
set him out on the back foot because he no longer had an even mon advantage. At that point, it was 3 to Tootie and then 2 to Arceus. So and in the end, I think that's what got him.
Yeah,
You know,
Arceus just said in
because
the chat. It was down to the wire, and one play swung the game. So it was just so
Yep.
close.
And I feel like that was the play. I mean, and after I feel bad because I'm not the type of guy that says stuff in the chat until after everything can happen because I don't want to influence anybody. I don't want anybody to get mad. Like,
Very
I'd rather
respectful.
play one person and not half the league when they're in the chat and everything. So I always wait till afterwards to say something. But I was confused as to why he didn't want to protect the Faramosa because it was his last turn of Trick Room. So he would still go first with the Pincurchin, and then after the TR was up, he could speed swap, and then he would still be going first with the Pincurchin. Because at that point, his Pincurchin was just doing work.
Yeah.
It was doing absolute damage to almost everything that he had, as long as it could go first.
I hate Pincurchin because of Arceus.
But still, I think this is one of the matches of the week. Both of these guys could prep really well. I prep with Arceus a bunch.
Oh, he's a
Um,
madman. He's a wizard.
and Tootie I know is a really good competitor.
Great.
I played with Unite with him, and he's
Awesome.
pretty level headed when people are baby raging like myself and going crazy in that game and stuff like that. So I know he's got a good head on his shoulders. They both have solid teams. It's just the way that they work them, So this was a great match to watch.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I got to go back and watch this VODC. So I got to make the time to watch all these matches somehow. But you know what? We're going to move on to the next one. Oh, wait. Koji, do you got anything to say on this one? Sorry.
Yeah, I actually watched this one. It was pretty good.
Let's go.
It was a good game. It was wild. It's fun to watch. I like the course of the Max, whatever. I'll say I'll give a piece of advice here because I like Arceus and I don't know Tootie, but I like everybody. I tend to go along with everybody. But I think his team's a little passive from playing it and then watching it again because he had one offensive game strategy here, and then
Yeah.
I mean he loves bringing the mental orb Dusclops, and that's put him in bad positions a lot of times. Where like if you play through the taunt and you just do other things with it, might put you in a better position even if you're just walling out there. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, his team is definitely it's looking for ways to put out damage. Definitely for sure. I agree with that.
But I got to give credit where credit's due because he is very good at positioning the Pokemon he has very well in an annoying manner to make you think. He keeps you on your toes the whole match, no matter who.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, it's like his team is very passive though. Like the Dusclops, the Amoonguss is like the only thing that really does damage in the last one was the Mosa, I believe. So it's like we gotta we gotta see how he does that going forward. Maybe he's gonna be one of the teams that makes another trade. And
Yeah, I would like to see that. I think he had a good game plan and it's impressive prep, man, with that curse to it. But it's like if he takes that into game one, what do you do game 2 and 3? Vice versa. You take it in game 2, what do you do game 3? Because that's his team is very passive, so well that's it. That's what I have to stop. Like my game was, I knew I had to stop wishy washy, and it was the solo focus, and I didn't play it as clean as I should have, and it was but knowing that it gives me a huge advantage. So that's my advice.
yeah, so you know what? Let's move on to the next match. And Jax, tell us about. Oh, I'm using the wrong mouse. Jax, tell us about this one because it was your match versus Fox. I know it didn't go too well, so we'll go quickly on this one. But dude, Fox is so freaking good. He's
Yeah,
annoying to play against.
his team is really super bulky, and I knew that going into it.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of felt like his Clefairy was freaking immortal. I mean, to survive two steel spikes and then two iron heads after that before it finally dies in the span of like 3 or 4 turns.
Didn't it have some boosts too?
Blew my mind, huh?
It had some boosts too, I think.
It had no, that game it had one defense boost. That was it.
Oh shit, that's nuts. That's fucking
The first steel spike, he rising voltage, so there was no boost. The second steel spike, I went first because I had TR Mamoswine.
Oh yeah, that
which
was the slowest thing in the
genius
court.
by myself. It just didn't get to do as much work because of the Magna Zone. But I love that TR Mamoswine.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun watching that.
But yeah, so I got to do the free steel spike first, the second turn, and then it survived an Iron Head from a Mammoth Swine that's like 140 base attack. Like I'm like, how is this thing surviving? I don't get it. But because of that, I could not get any damage enough into the Magna Zone. And in hindsight, I probably should have started with the Zapdos because it had a fire move, and I knew he was going to be trying to prep hard against the ground type attacks. But I went in with a plan and kind of bullheaded just went in for it because I really wanted to show off the TR Mamoswine, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. But I'm glad it worked out, a little bit and stuff. But yeah, his team is just so bulky, and it's a grind whenever you play him. For everybody that's got to play him here on out, you just got to know, man. Every one of his mons are ridiculously bulky.
I got him on the schedule, and I'm terrified.
Yeah, to play him, it's gonna be a long one. You got to prep for a long, drawn out battle, and that's the only way that you're gonna win. You can't try to like sneak up on him and try to kill him quickly because I feel like that's not the way you're gonna beat him.
And no
He
offense
always
to
does.
anyone. Oh, sorry.
Matches that I had with him last year in the playoffs, they were all like 8 to 10 turns. Because you got to have a match that's that drawn out.
And yet, no offense to anyone that's playing him, but I hope Fox goes undefeated, so I get a chance to try to break the undefeated streak. I want that opportunity to try to beat the last undefeated team. And yeah, Jax, you got anything else on this one?
No, that was it. I mean, it was pretty straightforward.
Pretty
He kind of, with the clef next to the Magnezone, he was able to get the steel spikes up to just get his defense up high enough to where I couldn't do enough damage after he was outside of Dynamax, and all he had to do was handle Mamoswine, and after he was able to do that, it kind of fell in for him. I brought the wrong Drampa and didn't have Heat Wave on it, which was my fault entirely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he did a hell of a job. I commend him for it.
And Koji, you got anything on this one?
Yeah, I didn't get to see this one, so I don't have any comments.
Yeah, it was like a fun tech with the Mamoswine and it was a lot of fun tech in this one. That's what I gotta say. I love that Mamoswine set, Jax. Like the creativity that goes into building a set like
Iron
that.
Ball Mamoswine.
Yeah, Iron Ball, zero speed, negative nature, Mamoswine. Like, are you kidding me? That's amazing. That's so much fun.
He was messaging me after, and he was like, "Was that Iron Ball?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yep.
Literally undersped his entire team. He had in Trick Room. Mamoswine was the fastest thing on the field.
Let's go. That's that's what I love about Draft League. And I'm sorry you didn't get the win, but I commend that team building right there, and that's what's fun. Like,
if he would have brought physical attackers, that Mamoswine would have been on the field forever. Because I had huge bulk investment, but it was only in defense. I didn't put it in special attack. So when he had the special attacker, I was like, I'm screwed.
Yeah. Wow. All right. And you know what? Let's move on to the next one, which is another fun one. We got Pops versus Snob. Pops wins 2-1. Both great competitors. Both great coaches. I love Pops' new logo, the Rally Reggie Steele. He joins anytime he plays Koji or Proto now, it's the Carolina Cup. The Carolina Cup rebirthed. Again, I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. And you know what? I'm going to call an audible. And Koji, what do you got on this one? You watch this one?
I watched this one, and this one goes back. This relates to my match because I think Sat could have won game one, possibly. Game two, they say he could have won that one as well. I calculated out. There's no way he could win game two mathematically at all. But game one, he could have mathematically won with foul play, but he quit.
Hey.
Pops didn't quit, and Pops won. Pops should have lost this game if people don't remember in the heat wave miss, which is the exact situation I was in with an Arcanine. One heat wave miss.
Team never
and
quit.
He foul plays, he wins.
Team never quit.
Yeah, he never quit. He didn't quit. And he showed respect to his opponent by giving his opponent the kill on the flip side of that.
Yep.
And stayed in there, took his loss, and ended up winning. So I thought it was a fun set. Emotionally, it was up and down, but Pops has been on a roller coaster.
Such a roller coaster. He's
putting out content. I like his content. I like his PRs.
His power rankings.
Great guy, good competitor. Snob's on an unlucky streak, but we all know Stom's good.
So good.
And yeah, I'm with Pops. He just said he's never quitting now. That's right. You just stick in there and you hang in there. And he won. I mean, that shows right there, literally, like the 1% play, the lottery ticket, the golden Willy Wonka fucking chocolate factory ticket out of his ass. He pulled it and got it. Now if he goes to the playoff off of one game, he could say, well, I didn't pack it up and go home. So I was quite proud of him. It's a good win for him. I think it gets some confidence on his shoulders. That's what he needed. He's a good battler. So is Snom. Snom,
So
he's
good.
got a
Both of them.
he's got a match up against Seb this week, so that'll be interesting to see. Maybe he can get back on top. We'll see. Both of them looking for a win, so I think Snom's going to be kind of hungry and pull out something wacky like he always does. So that'll be always fun to watch.
Yeah, and Pops just said in the chat, he's team Never Quit Now. You love to see it. And Jax, what do you got on this one? I know you're very passionate about never quitting.
Yeah, I am 100%. Ever since I first saw it, I never quit. I don't
I never
care.
quit. Yeah.
People want to disguise the move set. Use a move you already moved. If you know you're screwed, use a move you already used. I don't care. I think it's a bunch of malarkey.
Bro,
You
it's
get 2
Pokemon.
turns
I'm
into a
passionate.
game and somebody's
I'm a
got
passionate
you
person.
pinned, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, never
I
quit.
think that's crap myself. I mean, that's a hot take for me. I'm very passionate about that. You want
I
to hide
love that
something, hide
passion.
it.
I love
You can
that
hide it
passion.
without quitting. That's not, unless you're about to run out of PP, which if you're getting smoked like that, you're never gonna run out of PP. So I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're getting
But
smoked in the corner like that, your PP's fine.
Mike
yeah.
Tyson
So
in his prime.
this match was awesome to watch.
So much
You
fun.
know,
So
it
much fun.
was great to watch. As far as should severely suggest you check out Pops VGC at Twitter. That's his handle, because this one was, you could see him go through a roller coaster of emotions. He loses the first game
Yeah.
because of a crit, which he starts to explode on the fact that he lost on a crit, which I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, it's so crazy how
And
many
then
crits have happened to him.
it comes back, and then the RNG starts to reverse on him
The
game
para.
2, and it starts to hit Snom hard, and he's getting hyped for it because
Yeah.
he got a crit or something
No,
like
he got a
that,
para. He got a
and then
huge paralysis.
yeah, he got a crit and paralysis, and then all of a sudden, and then he ends up coming back and gets outplayed for a moment in the match by Snom, because Snom made some really awesome reads and everything like that. So he was like, shit, I'm screwed now because I'm gonna lose because he's just outplaying me and stuff. And then like Koji said at the end, he was like, I'm dead in the water. I've only got one Pokemon. Like, this is ridiculous. And he was gonna quit, and I commend him for not quitting. And he ended up pulling the game out. And that I was going crazy watching this match. Like, I was
Yeah.
literally going crazy. I almost crashed a vehicle because I was listening to it with
I'm
my
dead.
headphones,
I'm
and
dead.
then I heard him getting hype and everything like that. And I'm like, it was like watching, like listening to a World Series Game 7 while I'm in rush hour traffic. I was going absolutely apeshit crazy.
Drive safe.
Let's try to refrain from that car crashing, guys.
Drive safe
let's
out there.
keep it
Yeah,
between the lines.
I almost car crash every day.
This was the best. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. It was a roller coaster of emotions. He went from fucking rage, well over 9,000 to happiness well over 9,000. He wrote the lows and the highs all at the highest and the low, and then he's going to sell his Switch and his cartridge at the end, and then he comes back, and now he's back on top of the world. So I hope to see him come out and compete, man. I love him. Love him both.
I
Good
swear he was
competitors.
about to have a cigarette on stream after.
Yeah, he was. He that second when he got outplayed, you just see the shadowed look on his face, and I that's how you could tell you care in this league. My heart hurt. I was like, oh damn, like he had it, there he goes, and but you're rooting for both of them. They're both good competitors, so
You are.
hopefully Snom does pick it up though.
Yes.
I'd like to see him.
I do feel bad for Snom. He has the E-Wave miss, which you hate to see.
Absolutely hate
And
to see it.
trust me, I've had some losses this year where it was on a miss, fuck you, Glass Horse, and I feel for that. And I thought it was really weird that Snom brought so many physical attacking mods too. he brought like almost all of his team.
right?
Ended up,
I
especially
thought that
once he
too.
found out that the Tangrowth, which I thought Dynamaxing Tangrowth game one was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
On Snob's part, but
So much fun.
all the physical attackers when your opponent has an intimidate mon is pretty interesting, you know. And KD to save time, screw it. Nobody should save time. If you got to quit to save time, don't be playing. Enjoy the game.
I love it. I love it. All right, but let's move
I'm
on to
with
the
it.
next one.
I'm with it. I'm a little softer on the. Yeah, I'm not too upset if I don't get the kills or whatever, but I do think you should play it out because my opponent didn't know, but I locked into close combat after I just said on stream I'm going to U-turn.
I saw that.
That way, if I get in a stabilized situation, he
Yeah.
could have won. If he foul plays the arc, even I was running special arc, but it does like 38%, and I was at like 38%. Then I'm in close combat, I lose, right? So
Oh
Yep.
wow.
he can
And I
360
have
and wins that. You never know.
I do have to say there have been times I know Lunchbox had a stream. I think it was against the boy
This
Zach,
game's
where he had clicked into something that he wasn't trying to because he was like button mashing at that point at the end of a game, and he might have lost too, but Zach ended up quitting,
yeah.
and that saved the win for him.
And that
Yeah,
team never quit. I'm team never quit. I got to start thinking of emotes. I might make a team never quit emote. I want to make a Colossus
chicken
and
pot pie mode, Tom.
oh, I should make a chicken pot pie. Jade said I should get a big T with my hair, and maybe I'll put my face in the middle of it too. I'll superimpose my hair and face onto a big T. And what's it called? I want to
A
make
big
a
T with the hair, that'd be dope.
right, and then I want to make a physical, which is a Cole in like the workout gear with like a blue workout
Wait,
tank
you're
top,
breaking up.
a head. Oh, I'm breaking up. Maybe
Yeah,
because I was moving back. All right, can you hear me now?
yeah, your stream's loading.
Yeah, your stream's buffering.
Fuck.
Network error.
No. Yeah, I just got the red thing. Stream is disconnected. Attempting to reconnect a few seconds ago.
Well, hang in there, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Be right back. We'll be right back.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. It says it's good on my end now. It's probably going to show the
I
restart.
think I could click here to reload the player. Maybe it's
I'm
got
gonna-
you. I don't like you're throwing a Pokeball in the air. It's an old stream of you. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. See, now it still says reconnecting.